What is up, soul family? Coming at you with another collective reading. If you've been looking for messages from your spirit guides, angels, ancestors, deities, anything of the sort or in between, then I might have a message for you. Also, for the next week, I'm doing $20 tarot readings and $25 spells. So if you're interested, please feel free to message me directly on here or through the link in my bio. And let's jump right in. So we have Skyborn Aspiration. If I'm not mistaken, this is a star card in the Tonic deck. Okay, I'm just wrong. It's the High Priestess. I'm sorry. I'm not used to decks with the names being a little bit different. But the High Priestess has a lot to do with trusting, and I know that I say this a lot on my channel. You're going to hear me tell you this a billion and one fucking times. But trusting your intuition, because my favorite tarot reader always says, your intuition is your magic. And I really do believe that, because a lot of times your intuition, or all the time, your intuition is going to be a lot more powerful than whatever your physical senses can probably provide, information for. Intuition has saved countless people's lives in countless different scenarios. It's what's led to pretty much any invention that you see around me. Everything that has been invented has always started from somebody's mind, from somebody's imagination, from somebody's intuition, and they followed it. Down from that little witch in the background, to this chair that I'm sitting on, to the shelves, to every single thing that we're experiencing has all come from somebody's intuition, somebody's mind, somebody who had a nudge to think that they needed to create something in some realm to then fill this market or fill this gap or provide this service or do this thing. So I will forever tell you that your intuition is going to be a lot more powerful than anything you can see in the physical realm, even though we are very centered to think the opposite and to think that the physical realm is what is the most important thing to pay attention to. Ooh, I had 3 just fell out. So I'll look at these 2 first and I'll look at the one that fell after. So then we have the 2 of Cups, and then I think this is the 9 of Wands or 10 of Wands. Yeah, the 10 of Wands. So, and then the 3 of Pentacles. So I'd like to think that with this, you guys are, maybe it's a power couple. Maybe there are 2 people who are trying to build something together, who are trying to forge something, who are trying to create their own work, their own reality, their own lives, their own, experience. And maybe you guys are really stressed and overburdened, and you're kind of like at the straw that broke the camel's back is kind of like what I'm seeing. So maybe you guys have combined a vision, combined an intention that you guys are trying to work towards and ground into physical reality, and maybe it's something that's been very difficult and tumultuous thus far. But I do see that, it's something that is in the works and will work out to your benefit. I think it's just a matter of trusting that inkling and the nudges that you guys are both probably trying to move forward on. So let me just pull a couple more and we'll see what's coming out, or see what comes out. Alright, so we have the 3 of Cups. So then maybe this is also a call to have your friends help as well. Maybe it's a call to either have friends help or aid or assist in some way, shape, and form, or it's a call to go out, have some fun with friends, and if you've been stuck like in what you're trying to resolve, if you've been trying to like fix something, you can't figure out the resolution, you've been going through it over in your mind again and again and again, then this could very much so be a call for both you guys to go out and have some fun. It was recently that I actually ran into a couple who they went out and they were kind of going through their own like little, I wouldn't say rut or anything like that, but they wanted to kind of get out the house, and then we ended up having a session together. And I think from what I understood, the session that I had with them helped validate a lot of things that they were going through. And they went out probably just intending to have like a drink, probably just intending to have fun, and then they ran into just a tarot reader who happened to be offering their services at this event that I was at. So I think it's always important to, even if we don't always want to sometimes, I wouldn't say not if we don't want to, but sometimes we don't think that we should, sometimes we feel like we should be working, trying to resolve a problem. Sometimes it's good to get out, have some fun, especially if you've been invited out and you've probably been trying to like consider like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe you should, and you never know what revelation, what kind of inkling, what kind of insight might come to you through this interaction that you might have. So be open to potentially going out and connecting with people, or maybe even asking a friend for advice, or a friend for help, or a friend for aid in whatever you're kind of stuck in, or whatever you guys are stuck in. And then we have the bottom of the deck with the 8 of Cups. So maybe you guys are both collectively like walking away from something. Maybe you guys are both kind of shifting away from some experience or some narrative, or walking out of like maybe a not so fun time for you guys, but I think for whatever reason, you guys have gained a lot from this. I don't think you've allowed this experience to keep you guys stuck in the past. I think what's happening is you're able to allow yourselves to learn from what you're experiencing and move forward. So trust that you guys are leaving what you are leaving behind for a reason collectively or together, both of you guys, or however many you guys are in this situation together, and that you're walking away from it for a good reason. And that you actually did gain the knowledge necessary to move forward, because sometimes through negative experiences, again, I'm not going to say that we have to have shitty things happen for us to learn, but we can draw wisdom from these things, and these experiences aren't too positive. So I think it's definitely a great sign that you are doing such instead of allowing it to hold you guys back. But as always, peace and blessings, and I hope you guys have a great day.